6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The morning news edited by Danushka Madhavala and read by Soundithavam. The central bank approved 61,907 loans amounting to 178 billion rupees through the Saubhagya COVID-19 Renaissance Facility. Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the establishment of the FCID may have contravened the police ordinance. The CID visits Sajid's residence in search of Rishad Baduiddin. It is requested that people in all areas should follow the contents of the Gazette notification issued by the Ministry of Health. The Minuwangoda COVID cluster has risen to 1,901. The debate on the proposed 20th Amendment to the Constitution is to be held in Parliament on the 21st and the 22nd of October. In world news, French cities start month-long curfew. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka as of 15th October 2020 approved 61,907 loan applications received from the COVID-19 affected businesses. These applications were for a total of 177,954 million rupees and registered under the three phases of the Saubhagya COVID-19 Renaissance Facility. So far, the licensed banks have released loans amounting to 133,192 million rupees among the 45,582 affected businesses island-wide. Phase 1 of the loan scheme was implemented with effect from 1st April 2020. Both Phase 2 and 3 of the loan scheme were introduced with effect from the 1st of July 2020. The intention of these schemes was to provide a total of 150 billion rupees as working capital loans at an interest rate of 4% per annum. These loans enjoyed a repayment period of 24 months, including a grace period of 6 months. The recipients were the businesses, including self-employment and individuals, adversely affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. In view of the large number of requests received from the affected businesses, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka decided to accept applications regardless of the 150 billion rupee limit originally envisaged. All applications of the affected businesses received up to the announced deadline were therefore served through the loan scheme. Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday admitted that the Financial Crimes Investigation Division, established by the previous Yahapalana government to investigate allegations of fraud and corruption, may have been in contravention of the police ordinance. He was responding to questions by the members of the Commission to probe political victimization yesterday about the legality of the FCID. The Commission pointed out that according to the police ordinance, the IGP has the power only to carry out transfers and disciplinary inquiries of police officers, and the Act does not empower the IGP to establish special police units. The former Prime Minister stated that the Cabinet memorandum submitted by him on January 21, 2015, proposed to set up an anti-corruption committee office, and the relevant police unit was set up by the police. When a lawyer questioned how the police unit came into being under Section 55 of the Police Ordinance, when according to the law the IGP does not have the power to set up a special police unit, Ranil Wickremesinghe replied, "Court, without the powers of the Act, it is not possible to do so," unquote. A group of CID officers had visited opposition leader Sajid Premadasa's residence in Rajagiriya in search of MP Rishad Baduiddin. Issuing a statement, opposition leader Sajid Premadasa stated that the CID had questioned him on whether Baduiddin had contacted him on the particular day he was to be arrested. However, Premadasa states that despite 6 police teams being deployed to arrest Baduiddin, 2 days have lapsed, but the police have failed to arrest him. 6 police teams are deployed to arrest MP Baduiddin, who was accused of misappropriating public funds and violating election laws. Meanwhile, officers of the Criminal Investigations Department have recorded a statement from MP Rishad Baduiddin's wife at their residence in Colombo on Thursday evening. MP Baduiddin had filed a writ application through a lawyer seeking an order from the Court of Appeal to prevent him being arrested yesterday. DIG Ajit Rohana says people in all areas, including where the quarantine curfew is in effect, should follow the contents of the Gazette notification issued by the Ministry of Health. Meanwhile, the curfew imposed in 19 Gampaha and Negombo police areas was relaxed for several hours yesterday. However, the police media spokesman stated that the relief period will not be effected today and tomorrow. With the easing of the police curfew in the 19 Gampaha and Negombo police areas, food and drug stores in those areas were opened from 8 a.m. Meanwhile, the command of the Sri Lanka Army, Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva, says the Minuwangada COVID-19 cluster has confirmed 49 more positive cases last evening. 35 of them have been identified as apparel factory workers and contacts who are in quarantine centres. The remaining 14 are contacts of the COVID-19 positive patients from the cluster, according to the reports. Sri Lanka registered 110 novel coronavirus infections so far yesterday. Thereby, the total number of COVID-19 cases reported from the Minuwangada cluster has soared to 1,901. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999.
The debate on the proposed 20th Amendment to the Constitution is to be held in Parliament on the 21st and 22nd of October. Accordingly, the determination of the Supreme Court of the 20th Amendment will be read in Parliament by the Speaker on the 20th of October. The Committee on Parliamentary Business, chaired by Speaker Mahindayapa Abeyewardena, decided to hold the debate scheduled for the 21st and the 22nd of October from 10 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. The committee stage of the bill will commence on the 22nd of October at 7:30 p.m. post the debate. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has submitted a proposal to appoint a select committee in Parliament to make necessary changes in the Election Act to accommodate the migrant Sri Lankans. This move will restore the voting rights for the Sri Lankans residing abroad. The Premier made these comments at a discussion held at Temple Trees yesterday, focusing on strategic planning of Election Commission. Speaking on this occasion, the chairman of the Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, emphasised the importance of amending the Election Act as one of the primary objectives of the strategic planning during 2020 to the 2024 period. The discussion also focused on many issues, including changes in the deposit money of the candidates, making provision to those who are unable to vote on the day of the election, and expediting the process of registering the names who reach 18 years of age in the relevant register. That's local news.
An important announcement from HDFC Bank. A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999. HDFC.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Department of Immigration and Emigration has stated that the head office and the regional offices will be kept open to the public for providing services with effect from October 19th, subject to the announcement of imposition of curfew in the district where the office is located. Accordingly, the public were informed to make an appointment through the relevant telephone numbers or web extensions before visiting the office to obtain the services until further notice. That came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Moving on to Watchlight, people in the area say that timber racketeers are destroying the Samasara Mountain Forest Reserve situated in the Aranayaka Divisional Secretariat area. The people request forest rangers and the Aranayaka police to take action to protect the forest reserve, and that came to you in Watchlight. Moving on to a bulletin of world news in the headlines. Coronavirus French cities start month-long curfew. Jacinda Ardern eyes majority as New Zealand heads to the polls. And London despairs at new COVID rules as Northern England regions rebel. French restaurants, bars and cafes faced a busy evening before a month-long curfew started at midnight in Paris and other cities. The controversial night curfew is aimed at curbing the soaring coronavirus infection rate in France, which is one of Europe's coronavirus hotspots. The full curfew begins on Saturday from 2100 hours to 6 a.m. every night. The Paris region and 8 other cities are affected, including Marseille, Lyon, Lille and Toulouse. Millions in New Zealand are heading to the polls in the country's general elections. The vote was originally due to be in September, but was postponed by a month after a renewed COVID-19 outbreak. Opinion polls put Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern on course to win a second term, boosted by her successful handling of the coronavirus pandemic. But the big question now is whether she will win a parliamentary majority, which would be unprecedented. No party has won an outright majority in New Zealand since it introduced a parliamentary system known as the Mixed Member Proportional Representation, MMP, in 1996. Londoners have expressed confusion and doubt over coronavirus lockdown restrictions announced Thursday that will affect millions living in the city. UK Health Secretary Matt Hancock said the capital would move from the Tier 1 medium alert to Tier 2 high alert level from Saturday, urging London residents to support the government's efforts to suppress the spread of the virus. Pubs and restaurants already had a 10 p.m. curfew under Tier 1, but the new rules mean Londoners will be banned from mixing with other households indoors in any setting. Outdoor gatherings will be limited to 6 people, and people are advised to avoid using public transport wherever possible. Back to the headlines of the world news. Coronavirus French cities start month-long curfew. Jacinda Ardern eyes majority as New Zealand heads to the polls. And London despairs at new COVID rules as Northern England regions rebel. And that concludes this bulletin of world news.
Development News is brought to you by...
My wife always sets a full lunch table even if it's just the 2 of us. She always expects people to drop by, like maybe the army.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Sampath Sofa Manufacturing Company, the Badapanadura, will invest over 40 million rupees to construct a modern cushion latex foam factory. Chairman Managing Director Sampath Sofa, Sampath Fonseca, said that most of the latex foam is imported and in some instances the quality is questionable. He said that manufacturing latex locally would also result in saving huge foreign exchange to the country, and the price of sofas in the local market too would come down, making the product affordable even to a low-income family. That came to you in Development News.
When Tati bought a new family car, it wasn't just for the 4 of us.
It's a 10-seater van. Enough for friends and relatives too.
Mummy insisted on building an extra room in our new house. Well, you never know who'll come to stay. We need more pillows too.
When I was studying late, Nangi would come by to help.
No, I don't know physics, but I do know you need a Munchie Super Cream Cracker.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others.
When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves.
Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Sports News is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Bristol Bears won their first European trophy as they beat French side Toulon in the Challenge Cup final in France. Harry Randall's try after 15 seconds set the West Country club on their way to win their first major honour since 1983. Powerful Toulon hit back to lead 16-10 at the break, but a resolute second-half effort from Pat Lamb's men won the game. Max Marlin's well-worked try and Callum Sheedy's boot saw the Bears eventually earn a comfortable win in front of 1,000 spectators at Aix-en-Provence. And that's Sports News.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bear here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go.
It's the right amount of crunch and OMG, so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie chocolate cream biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Oppo launched the latest Oppo smartphone F17 Pro in Sri Lanka. Oppo F17 Pro introduces fashionable technology along with functions which make life more efficient that can keep up with the pace of fast lifestyle, all packed into an ultra-sleek smartphone body of a truly premium design. That's business news. We look at economic news next.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news. Courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
British Airways has been fined £20 million by the Information Commissioner's Office, ICO, for a data breach which affected more than 400,000 customers. The breach took place in 2018 and affected both personnel and credit card data. The fine is considerably smaller than the £183 million that the ICO originally said it intended to issue back in 2019. It said the economic impact of COVID-19 had been taken into account. However, it is still the largest penalty issued by the ICO to date. That's economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry. Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
A few showers will occur in the western and Sabragamo provinces and in the Gaul and Matara districts. Showers or thundershowers may occur at a few places in the Jaffna, Vavonia, Mullaitivu and the Kilinochchi districts after 2 p.m.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.